Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow individuals striving for personal growth, it is truly an honor to stand before you today and talk about a key element that drives success in all aspects of life: self-discipline. Success is not an accident, nor is it reserved for the fortunate few. Success is the result of consistent, deliberate effort. It is the sum of the small, disciplined actions that we take each and every day. At its core, self-discipline is the ability to control our emotions, behaviors, and actions in the face of temptations and external demands to achieve a greater goal. Self-discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without it, even the best intentions can fall short. It's what transforms dreams into reality. When we commit to something, whether it's our career, health, or personal growth, we need self-discipline to stay on track. It's what allows us to push through challenges, stay focused, and continue despite setbacks. Consistency is often regarded as the secret sauce to success. But what makes consistency possible? The answer is self-discipline. Without self-discipline, maintaining consistency becomes an impossible challenge. It's easy to get excited about a new project or goal at first, but it's the ability to stick to that commitment over time, especially when things get difficult, that determines whether you'll achieve long-term success. At its core, self-discipline allows you to make decisions aligned with your goals, day in and day out, regardless of external circumstances. It's the internal strength to keep going when motivation wanes. Many people start strong, energized by the idea of what they could accomplish, but as time passes, they encounter obstacles, distractions, or simply lose their initial enthusiasm. It's here that self-discipline steps in, ensuring that those goals are pursued even on the days when you'd rather do something else. Consider the habits of the most successful people, whether they're athletes, entrepreneurs, or performers. Their success isn't just a result of their raw talent or intelligence. It's their ability to consistently show up, put in the work, and improve over time. This consistency, fueled by self-discipline, is what allows them to build momentum, develop mastery, and ultimately achieve their ambitions. In contrast, without self-discipline, it's all too easy to fall off track. Life happens. Unexpected events, distractions, and even moments of self-doubt can cause us to abandon our efforts. When you lack self-discipline, the smallest hurdle feels like an insurmountable obstacle. But with self-discipline, each day becomes a new opportunity to get back on course, no matter how many times you've stumbled. Consistency doesn't just refer to actions, it also refers to your mindset. A disciplined individual doesn't just perform their tasks in a systematic way. They also think in a structured and deliberate manner. They recognize that every small action, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment, adds up over time. It's the power of these small, consistent steps that brings about monumental change. Self-discipline, in this sense, is the internal mechanism that ensures you're always moving forward, even if it's just by a small increment. It's this consistency that separates those who achieve great things from those who only dream about them. One of the hallmarks of self-discipline is the ability to delay gratification, resisting the temptation of immediate rewards in favor of long-term benefits. In our fast-paced, instant gratification society, where we're accustomed to having things right away, delayed gratification is becoming increasingly rare. However, it is a crucial aspect of success, and without it, achieving meaningful goals becomes incredibly difficult. Think about this for a moment. We live in a world where everything is at our fingertips. We can order food, shop online, access information, or even communicate with someone across the globe in an instant. These conveniences, while amazing, can also make it hard to practice self-discipline because we are conditioned to seek immediate rewards. The challenge then is to go against this conditioning and choose the harder but ultimately more rewarding path of delayed gratification. Delayed gratification isn't just about saying no to something you want right now. It's about recognizing that every time you resist the urge to give in to a fleeting pleasure, you're investing in something much bigger and more meaningful. The ability to say not yet to short-term desires allows you to focus on long-term aspirations. It's about making conscious, sometimes difficult choices because you know they will pay off later. Whether it's choosing to study for an exam rather than going out with friends, or choosing to save money for a future investment instead of spending it on an impulse purchase. Delayed gratification is a core principle of self-discipline. In essence, delayed gratification is a mindset, a way of thinking about our future that it's about asking yourself, what's more important, this fleeting pleasure or the long-term benefit that I'll achieve by staying focused and disciplined? Successful individuals recognize that the sacrifices they make in the present, whether it's time, effort, or comfort, are investments in their future success. They understand that every day they make disciplined choices, they're building the foundation for something great. It's also essential to recognize that delayed gratification doesn't mean depriving yourself forever. It's not about denial, but rather about timing. By practicing delayed gratification, you train yourself to make decisions based on long-term rewards rather than short-term satisfaction. For example, if you're saving for a vacation, saying no to that spontaneous purchase today might make it possible for you to enjoy a much larger reward tomorrow. The ability to delay gratification also has significant implications for mental and emotional growth. It's a sign of emotional maturity and self-control, both of which are key elements of a disciplined mindset. By choosing the path of delayed gratification, you learn to manage your impulses, emotions, and desires. You also build resilience because you are repeatedly reinforcing your ability to stay focused and patient, even when things don't come quickly or easily. In a sense, delayed gratification is a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. Initially, it may be challenging to resist immediate temptations. However, over time, as you see the results of your disciplined decisions unfold, you begin to internalize the value of delayed gratification. It becomes less about willpower and more about understanding that every disciplined choice you make today brings you one step closer to your ultimate success. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to adversity, and keep moving forward in the face of challenges. It's one of the most critical traits for success, and self-discipline plays an integral role in developing and strengthening it. Without resilience, even the most talented and ambitious individuals will struggle when they inevitably face obstacles, failures, or times of uncertainty. However, self-discipline gives you the internal fortitude to weather the storms and continue striving toward your goals, no matter the difficulties in your path. In many ways, self-discipline and resilience are two sides of the same coin. The practice of self-discipline teaches you how to manage your thoughts, emotions, and actions when things don't go as planned. When setbacks occur, the disciplined person doesn't allow negative emotions like frustration, anger, or self-doubt to dictate their behavior. Instead, they stay focused on their long-term goal and take small, deliberate actions to move forward, despite the temporary obstacles they face. This level of mental control is what ultimately helps build resilience. Self-discipline builds resilience by teaching you how to embrace failure as a learning opportunity rather than a defeat. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go right. Many people allow setbacks to derail their entire progress. However, a disciplined individual understands that failure is a natural part of any journey to success. Instead of giving in to feelings of discouragement, they use each setback as feedback, analyzing what went wrong and making adjustments to improve. This mindset helps them develop the resilience needed to persevere and thrive in the face of adversity. Moreover, self-discipline also helps you cultivate patience, a vital component of resilience. When you're disciplined, you understand that big goals take time and that progress is often slow. In today's world, where everyone is looking for shortcuts and quick fixes, being patient and steady in your approach is a powerful form of resilience. You learn to trust the process, even when you don't see immediate results. And that mindset builds emotional strength over time. The more disciplined you are in sticking with your plans, despite not seeing instant rewards, the more resilient you become in your ability to handle any roadblocks along the way. Another way self-discipline builds resilience is by strengthening your ability to adapt. Life is unpredictable and things rarely go exactly as planned. However, a disciplined person is able to stay grounded and flexible, adapting their strategies when things don't go according to plan. They are committed to the end goal, but they remain open to course corrections and alternative approaches. This ability to pivot and adjust while staying disciplined in their pursuit of the ultimate objective enables them to keep pushing forward no matter what challenges arise. Self-discipline also helps you maintain focus and stay in control of your emotions. The more you practice discipline, the better you become at managing your impulses and not reacting impulsively in moments of stress or frustration. Resilience often requires the ability to keep calm in the face of adversity. When things get tough, it's easy to let emotions like anger, fear, or anxiety take over. But self-discipline helps you maintain control, allowing you to respond thoughtfully and effectively instead of getting swept away by negative emotions. Additionally, self-discipline fosters a sense of accountability. When you set goals for yourself and commit to working toward them, you develop a personal sense of responsibility that is crucial in times of difficulty. Rather than blaming external circumstances or making excuses, self-discipline teaches you to take ownership of your actions and decisions. When faced with setbacks, you don't look for someone or something to blame. Instead, you focus on how you can improve and do better moving forward. This sense of responsibility and ownership further strengthens your resilience as it empowers you to make the necessary adjustments to continue progressing. Ultimately, the process of practicing self-discipline in the face of challenges creates a feedback loop where resilience continues to grow. The more you practice self-discipline through difficult times, the stronger and more resilient you become. Resilience isn't something that comes naturally to everyone. It's developed over time through sustained effort, self-reflection, and perseverance. Self-discipline is the tool that sharpens this resilience, enabling you to not just survive adversity, but to thrive because of it. A focus is a powerful asset in our fast-paced, distraction-filled world. The ability to stay focused on a single task, despite the myriad of distractions that constantly demand our attention, is an essential skill for success. Self-discipline is the key to strengthening and maintaining this focus. Without it, we are at the mercy of distractions, whether they come from our environment, our smartphones, or even our own thoughts. In this era of constant notifications and instant gratification, cultivating focus through self-discipline has become more critical than ever. When we think about focus, it's important to understand that it's not just about paying attention to something for a short period. True focus involves a deep, sustained concentration on a single goal or task over a significant period of time. The ability to tune out distractions, block out irrelevant information, and stay deeply engaged in the present moment is something that self-discipline enables. It allows you to devote your full mental energy to the task at hand, ensuring that you're not just working hard, but working with intention and purpose. At the core of this process is the practice of mindfulness. Self-discipline requires you to be mindful of your goals and actions. Every time you decide to focus on a task instead of succumbing to the urge to check your phone or wander into other areas of your life, you are reinforcing your ability to focus. It's a deliberate choice, and it strengthens your willpower to maintain concentration. Each small victory of staying focused, whether it's finishing a chapter of a book, completing a work project, or even practicing a skill trains your mind to resist distractions. Over time, this creates a positive feedback loop where your ability to focus improves with each disciplined action. One of the key benefits of self-discipline in focus is that it enables deep work. Deep work is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task, and it's one of the most powerful productivity habits a person can cultivate. In a world where multitasking is often praised, we are realizing that it actually diminishes our ability to focus and perform at a high level. Self-discipline allows us to reject the temptation of multitasking and instead immerse ourselves fully in one task. By practicing this discipline, you can achieve a level of mastery and quality that is impossible when your attention is fragmented. Moreover, strengthening focus through self-discipline also builds mental endurance. The more you practice maintaining focus for longer periods, the stronger your ability becomes to concentrate even when the task is difficult or boring. Whether you're studying for an exam, working on a long-term project, or practicing a new skill, self-discipline teaches you how to stay engaged even when the process feels tedious. This mental endurance is essential for accomplishing big goals, as it allows you to persevere through the times when things get tough or when your motivation starts to wane. Focus also requires the ability to manage your mental energy. We all have a limited amount of mental energy each day, and self-discipline helps you direct that energy toward what matters most. Without discipline, it's easy to let that energy dissipate on trivial distractions. A disciplined individual recognizes when to say no to things that don't contribute to their goals and when to redirect their energy toward productive pursuits. It's about making conscious choices to protect your mental resources and ensuring that your focus is aligned with your long-term objectives. One of the most valuable outcomes of strengthening focus through self-discipline is that it allows you to produce higher quality work. When you can concentrate fully on a task, you can immerse yourself in the details and produce results that are far more refined and impactful than if you were splitting your attention. It's this ability to focus deeply that separates top performers from the rest. Whether you're an artist, a writer, a business leader, or an athlete, the quality of your work improves exponentially when you're able to maintain a high level of focus. Additionally, self-discipline in focus has a profound impact on time management. Time, as we know, is finite. Without the ability to focus, hours can slip by, consumed by distractions and unproductive activities. However, self-discipline helps you manage your time more effectively, allowing you to prioritize important tasks and dedicate undistracted blocks of time to them. This focus-driven time management enables you to accomplish more in less time, leading to greater efficiency and productivity. As you practice self-discipline to strengthen your focus, you'll notice that it also improves your ability to handle stress. The more you discipline your mind to stay focused on one thing at a time, the less overwhelmed you become by competing demands. Instead of feeling pulled in multiple directions, you gain clarity and control over where your attention goes. This clarity reduces anxiety and creates a sense of calm, as you no longer feel as though your mind is racing or scattered. In essence, strengthening focus through self-discipline doesn't just improve your productivity, it also enhances your ability to lead a balanced, intentional life. It's about learning to manage your attention in such a way that every moment counts. Breaking bad habits is one of the most challenging aspects of personal growth, but it's also one of the most rewarding. We all have habits, both good and bad, that shape our lives. However, the negative ones often hold us back from reaching our true potential. Whether it's procrastination, overeating, smoking, or negative thought patterns, bad habits can create significant obstacles in our pursuit of success. Self-discipline is the key to breaking free from these patterns and replacing them with healthier, more productive behaviors. The first challenge in breaking a bad habit is acknowledging it. Often we are so accustomed to our habits that we don't even realize how detrimental they are. Self-discipline begins with awareness. It requires us to take an honest look at our behaviors and ask ourselves, is this habit helping me become the person I want to be? Is it supporting my goals or is it holding me back? Once we've identified a bad habit, the next step is developing the discipline to change it. This requires more than just willpower. It requires consistent action, self-reflection, and patience. Self-discipline helps us break bad habits by teaching us to recognize the triggers that lead to them. Habits, especially bad ones, don't occur in a vacuum. They are often triggered by specific cues, whether it's a stressful situation, a certain time of day, or an emotional response. Self-discipline helps us identify these triggers and develop strategies to avoid or manage them. For example, if you tend to overeat when stressed, self-discipline can help you recognize that emotional pattern and create a healthier coping mechanism like taking a walk or practicing mindfulness instead of turning to food. Moreover, self-discipline allows us to rewire our brains by replacing negative habits with positive alternatives. Habits are formed through repetition, and the more we engage in a certain behavior, the stronger the neural connections associated with it become. To break a bad habit, we need to replace it with a new, more beneficial behavior. This is where self-discipline comes into play. It requires us to practice the new habit consistently, even when it feels uncomfortable or unnatural. The more disciplined we are in repeating this new behavior, the more it becomes ingrained in our daily routines until it eventually replaces the old harmful habit. One powerful technique in breaking bad habits is the practice of habit stacking, where you attach a new positive behavior to an existing habit. For example, if you struggle with exercising regularly, you could stack a new exercise habit onto an existing routine like brushing your teeth. The self-discipline required to practice habit stacking strengthens your willpower and helps you build new, healthier habits over time. By using the existing habit as a trigger, you make the new behavior easier to integrate into your life. Self-discipline also helps us overcome the temptation to revert to old habits. The process of breaking a bad habit is rarely linear. There will be moments when you slip up, feel discouraged, or are tempted to return to your old ways. It's in these moments that self-discipline plays its most vital role. It's the ability to recommit, to recognize that setbacks are part of the process, and to continue pushing forward. Instead of allowing a small mistake to derail your progress entirely, self-discipline helps you get back on track and keep moving toward your goal of breaking the bad habit. Another way self-discipline aids in breaking bad habits is through the practice of self-control. Bad habits often arise when we give in to immediate gratification or impulse. Whether it's reaching for a sugary snack, checking your phone instead of working, or procrastinating, the desire for instant satisfaction leads us to make choices that aren't aligned with our long-term goals. Self-discipline empowers us to exercise self-control, to resist the urge for short-term pleasure, and to stay focused on the bigger picture. Over time, as we continue to practice self-control, our capacity to make disciplined choices strengthens, making it easier to break free from old habits. Building self-discipline also helps you strengthen your sense of self-worth. When you break a bad habit, you're not just changing a behavior, you're proving to yourself that you have the power to make positive changes. This boost in self-confidence reinforces your belief in your ability to overcome future challenges, not just with breaking habits, but in all aspects of life. The more disciplined you become, the more you'll trust yourself to follow through with your intentions and make choices that align with your values and goals. In addition, self-discipline helps us manage the emotional and mental challenges that often accompany the process of breaking bad habits. The desire to change is often met with internal resistance, feelings of discomfort, doubt, and frustration. It can feel discouraging when you don't see immediate results or when the process feels slow and arduous. But self-discipline allows you to stay committed even when it's difficult. It helps you push through the discomfort and persist in your efforts, knowing that the reward of breaking a bad habit is worth the struggle. With each small victory, your self-discipline becomes stronger and your belief in your ability to change grows. Breaking bad habits with self-discipline also requires developing a clear and compelling why for why you want to make a change. This sense of purpose keeps you motivated when times get tough. Self-discipline helps you stay focused on this deeper reason for change, ensuring that you don't get distracted by momentary desires or frustrations. When your why is strong enough, it becomes the fuel that powers your commitment to change. Whether it's for better health, improved relationships, or greater success, a clear why combined with self-discipline is a powerful force for transformation. You said, expand the 6 key point, make it lengthier. GPT said, key point 6. Self-discipline enhances time management. Effective time management is a cornerstone of success. In today's fast-pacing world where we're often juggling multiple responsibilities and tasks, mastering time management is crucial. Without it, we risk feeling overwhelmed, scattered, and unproductive. Self-discipline plays a pivotal role in enhancing time management, helping us make intentional decisions about how we spend our time, prioritize tasks, and stay on track to meet our goals. The first step in effective time management through self-discipline is learning to prioritize tasks. Not all tasks are created equal, and some are more important or time-sensitive than others. Self-discipline allows us to resist the temptation to tackle the easiest or most enjoyable tasks first and instead focus on the ones that will have the greatest impact on our goals. This ability to discern between urgent, important, and less critical tasks is a hallmark of disciplined time management. With self-discipline, we learn to ask ourselves, what is the most important thing I need to do right now? And make conscious choices based on that answer, rather than reacting impulsively to whatever is in front of us. Moreover, self-discipline aids in setting and adhering to deadlines. One of the most powerful aspects of time management is the ability to create realistic timelines and stick to them. It's easy to procrastinate when there's no firm deadline or structure in place, but self-discipline ensures that we stay accountable to the timelines we set for ourselves. It forces us to stop delaying tasks and take action, even when we don't feel like it. Whether it's completing a project at work, finishing a personal goal, or meeting a deadline for a class, self-discipline ensures that we consistently take steps toward completion and avoid letting tasks drag on indefinitely. In addition, self-discipline helps us maintain focus on the task at hand, which is essential for effective time management. It's all too easy to become distracted by social media, emails, phone notifications, or even random thoughts that pop into our heads. Without self-discipline, our time slips away as we are pulled in different directions. However, with the power of self-discipline, we can resist these distractions and stay fully engaged in the task in front of us. This means practicing the art of single talking, giving your undivided attention to one task at a time. Self-discipline enables us to avoid jumping from one task to another and instead focus deeply on completing one thing before moving on to the next. Time management also requires us to balance productivity with rest. While it's tempting to think of time management as simply maximizing work output, self-discipline teaches us the importance of rest and recovery. Working non-stop can lead to burnout, decreased focus, and poor performance. A disciplined individual knows that part of effective time management is scheduling time for breaks, leisure, and self-care. By committing to rest and recharging our energy, We improve our efficiency, creativity, and overall well being, making us more effective when we return to work. This balance, though it may require discipline, ensures that we stay energized and focused over the long term. Self discipline also helps us avoid procrastination, one of the most significant barriers to effective time management. Procrastination often arises from a lack of motivation, fear of failure, or simply feeling overwhelmed by a task. With self discipline, we are able to overcome these feelings and push past the urge to delay. Rather than waiting until the last minute, we take proactive steps to begin tasks early, break them down into manageable chunks, and consistently make progress toward completion. Self-discipline makes us less susceptible to the temptation to procrastinate, ensuring that we use our time wisely and effectively. Another essential element of time management through self-discipline is the ability to say no to distractions and non-essential tasks. We live in a world full of demands on our time, whether it's social invitations, unnecessary meetings, or tasks that don't align with our primary goals. Self-discipline helps us recognize when something isn't worth our time and gives us the strength to decline or delay it. It enables us to stay laser-focused on what truly matters and protect our time from being frittered away on activities that don't contribute to our success. The discipline to say no is an invaluable skill, ensuring that we are not distracted by things that don't support our priorities. Self-discipline in time management also involves creating and maintaining routines. Successful people often attribute their productivity to the routines they follow by establishing structured habits such as setting aside time for specific tasks, workouts, or personal development. We create consistency in our lives. These routines help us optimize our energy and time by ensuring that we don't waste precious minutes figuring out what to do next. With self-discipline, we commit to these routines, allowing us to seamlessly integrate essential activities into our daily lives. Whether it's waking up early to plan the day, setting aside time for deep work, or following a consistent exercise regimen, these routines serve as anchors that help us manage our time more efficiently. Moreover, self-discipline enables us to track our progress and evaluate how effectively we are managing our time. Time management isn't just about planning, it's also about reflection and adjustment. By regularly assessing how we are spending our time, we can identify areas where we are wasting time or where we could be more efficient. Self-discipline encourages us to be honest with ourselves and make changes when necessary. If we find that we are spending too much time on low-priority tasks or not sticking to our routines, self-discipline helps us adjust and refocus. This process of evaluation and improvement ensures that we are always moving closer to our goals in the most efficient way possible. Lastly, self-discipline in time management helps us create a sense of accomplishment and motivation. When we manage our time effectively, we start to see tangible progress toward our goals. Or when this sense of achievement builds momentum, making us more motivated to continue staying disciplined. The more disciplined we are with our time, the more success we experience, which reinforces our desire to maintain these habits. As we continue to master time management through self-discipline, we create a cycle of productivity that propels us forward toward even greater success. Personal growth is an ongoing journey of self-improvement, learning, and transformation. It is about constantly evolving, expanding our boundaries, and becoming the best version of ourselves. Self-discipline plays a crucial role in fostering this growth, as it provides the structure, focus, and perseverance necessary to achieve our goals and develop new skills. Without self-discipline, personal growth can remain an abstract idea or a distant aspiration. However, by cultivating discipline, we can turn this aspiration into a reality and consistently work toward our personal development. At the heart of personal growth is the concept of setting goals. Self-discipline is the catalyst that helps us set and achieve meaningful goals, both large and small. Goals give our lives direction and purpose, but without discipline, it's easy to become distracted, discouraged, or lose momentum. Self-discipline enables us to break down large, long-term goals into smaller, manageable steps and ensures that we consistently take action toward those goals, even when faced with obstacles or distractions. Whether it's advancing in our career, learning a new language, or developing a healthy lifestyle, self-discipline makes it possible to keep making progress, one step at a time, toward our dreams. Self-discipline also fosters personal growth by helping us cultivate resilience and adaptability. Growth doesn't happen in a straight line. It is often messy, unpredictable, and filled with challenges. When we face setbacks or difficulties, our initial response might be to give up or abandon our goals. However, self-discipline strengthens our ability to persist through adversity. It allows us to stay committed to our long-term vision, even when things aren't going as planned. Each time we encounter a setback and push through, we gain a valuable lesson and build resilience, which becomes an essential component of our personal growth. Instead of being discouraged by failure, we learn to see it as an opportunity to adapt, improve, and grow stronger. A key aspect of personal growth is learning new skills and expanding our knowledge. Self-discipline is essential in this process as it enables us to dedicate time and effort to acquiring new skills or knowledge, even when it feels difficult or uncomfortable. Whether it's learning a new software program, mastering a musical instrument, or improving our communication skills, self-discipline ensures that we practice consistently and stay committed to the learning process. Growth requires pushing ourselves out of our comfort zones and trying new things. But without discipline, we might not stick with the process long enough to see the results. Self-discipline helps us embrace the discomfort of growth and continue practicing, even when progress feels slow. Additionally, personal growth requires continuous self-reflection, and self-discipline plays an important role in this. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of daily life, but personal growth only occurs when we take the time to reflect on our actions, behaviors, and experiences. Self-discipline allows us to carve out time for self-reflection, whether through journaling, meditation, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation. By making self-reflection a habit, we gain valuable insights into ourselves, our strengths, and areas where we can improve. This awareness is the first step toward meaningful change, as it gives us the clarity we need to make intentional decisions about how to grow and evolve. Moreover, self-discipline in the pursuit of personal growth helps us develop a growth mindset, a belief that we are capable of learning, improving, and developing throughout our lives. People with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to grow rather than as threats to their abilities. Self-discipline fosters this mindset by encouraging us to stay focused on our potential for improvement and not become discouraged by temporary failures. With discipline, we learn to stay open to new experiences, to push through difficulties, and to embrace learning as a lifelong process. The more disciplined we are in developing this mindset, the more we unlock our potential for growth and success. One of the most significant ways self-discipline fosters personal growth is by encouraging the development of good habits. Our habits, both positive and negative, shape our lives and determine our success. Self-discipline enables us to consciously cultivate habits that promote growth, such as reading, exercising, or practicing mindfulness. It also empowers us to break free from habits that hold us back, like procrastination, negative thinking, or unhealthy behaviors. By establishing and maintaining good habits, we create a foundation for ongoing personal growth. These habits serve as building blocks, and over time they compound to create lasting change and progress. Self-discipline also promotes personal growth by helping us build emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence involves the ability to recognize and manage our own emotions, as well as the ability to understand and empathize with others. Developing emotional intelligence is a key aspect of personal growth as it helps us navigate relationships, handle stress, and make better decisions. Self-discipline plays a critical role in this development because it helps us manage our impulses and reactions. Instead of letting emotions like anger, frustration, or fear control us, self-discipline helps us respond with thoughtfulness and composure. By practicing emotional regulation, we develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and others, which is essential for both personal and professional growth. Furthermore, self-discipline fosters personal growth by encouraging us to take responsibility for our actions and decisions. Personal growth requires accountability, and self-discipline helps us take ownership of our choices. Instead of blaming external circumstances or other people for our challenges, we learn to look inward and assess what we can do differently. This sense of responsibility empowers us to make proactive changes and take control of our lives. By holding ourselves accountable, we ensure that we are continually growing and improving rather than remaining stagnant or placing the blame on others. Self-discipline is also an important factor in developing a sense of purpose. Growth becomes more meaningful when we have a clear sense of why we're working toward our goals. Self-discipline allows us to clarify our values and purpose, helping us stay focused on what truly matters to us. By staying disciplined and aligned with our purpose, we are more likely to experience fulfillment and satisfaction in our personal growth journey. It gives us the strength to stay committed to our long-term vision, even when distractions or obstacles arise, knowing that the growth we are experiencing is in alignment with our deeper values and aspirations. Lastly, self-discipline fosters personal growth by building confidence. As we consistently take disciplined action and see the results of our efforts, we begin to believe in our own capabilities. Each time we follow through on our commitments and make progress toward our goals, we strengthen our belief in ourselves. This growing confidence propels us to take on new challenges, expand our comfort zones, and continue growing. Self-discipline, therefore, becomes the foundation of our personal transformation, helping us build not only the skills and knowledge we need, but also the confidence to pursue even greater growth in the future. Consistency is one of the most important factors in achieving long-term success. Whether it's in personal growth, career advancement, or any area of life, the key to making real progress is the ability to stay consistent in our efforts. Self-discipline is the foundation of consistency because it gives us the mental fortitude to continue working toward our goals every day, even when the initial excitement fades or when obstacles arise. In essence, consistency through self-discipline turns good intentions into real, tangible results. The primary role of self-discipline in promoting consistency is its ability to help us stay committed to our routines and habits, regardless of our mood or external circumstances. It's easy to feel motivated and energized at the beginning of a new project or goal, but the true test of progress is maintaining that energy and effort over the long haul. Self-discipline ensures that we continue to show up and put in the work even on the days when we don't feel like it. By developing the discipline to stick to our routines and make progress consistently, we build momentum that makes success inevitable over time. One of the most significant challenges we face in maintaining consistency is the tendency to procrastinate or delay tasks. It's natural to want to avoid tasks that feel overwhelming, boring, or difficult, but self-discipline helps us overcome this inertia. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or feeling like we need to be in the right mood, self-discipline pushes us to take action immediately. When we have the discipline to start tasks even when we don't feel like it, we create a habit of consistency that propels us forward. This consistent effort, even in small increments, can lead to massive progress over time. Self-discipline also fosters consistency by helping us avoid the trap of perfectionism. Many people struggle with consistency because they feel the need to do everything perfectly. This can lead to procrastination, avoidance, or frustration. However, self-discipline teaches us to focus on progress rather than perfection. It encourages us to take small, imperfect steps toward our goals every day, rather than waiting for the ideal conditions or the perfect execution. With self-discipline, we can embrace the idea that consistency is more important than flawless performance. We learn to celebrate small wins and improvements, knowing that the cumulative effect of consistent effort is more powerful than striving for perfection. Additionally, self-discipline helps us stay consistent by teaching us how to manage distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, from our phones to social media to our work environment. These distractions can easily derail our focus and prevent us from staying on track with our goals. However, self-discipline enables us to manage these distractions effectively. It allows us to create an environment that supports our goals, whether it's by limiting social media use, setting specific work hours, or turning off notifications. With discipline, we develop the focus necessary to consistently work toward our objectives, rather than being sidetracked by the constant pull of distractions. Another way that self-discipline promotes consistency is by helping us set realistic expectations and manage our time effectively. One of the reasons people struggle with consistency is that they set overly ambitious goals or try to do too much at once. This can lead to burnout, overwhelm, and ultimately a loss of consistency. Self-discipline helps us break down large goals into smaller, manageable tasks, allowing us to stay focused and avoid feeling overwhelmed. By setting realistic expectations and creating a structured plan, we can maintain consistent progress toward our goals without feeling overburdened. The discipline to manage our time effectively ensures that we stay on track and continue moving forward even when we encounter setbacks or challenges. Self-discipline also promotes consistency by helping us build positive habits. Habits are the building blocks of consistency, and the more positive habits we develop, the easier it becomes to stay consistent. Self-discipline helps us establish habits that support our long-term success, whether it's waking up early, exercising regularly, reading daily, or working on a personal project. Once these habits are established, they become automatic, requiring less mental energy to maintain. This creates a foundation of consistency that makes it easier to keep progressing toward our goals. By focusing on building small, sustainable habits, we make consistency a natural part of our daily lives. The key to fostering consistency through self-discipline is creating a system of accountability. When we hold ourselves accountable for our actions, we are more likely to stay consistent in our efforts. This can be achieved through setting clear goals, tracking progress, and regularly evaluating our actions. Self-discipline helps us stick to these accountability systems, ensuring that we don't let ourselves off the hook when we face challenges or temptations. Having accountability whether through journaling, an accountability partner, or using productivity tools, reinforces the need for consistency and helps us stay focused on the bigger picture. In addition, self-discipline plays a crucial role in maintaining consistency even when motivation wanes. Motivation is powerful but fleeting. It can be high at the beginning of a project, but it often fades over time. Self-discipline, on the other hand, doesn't rely on fleeting bursts of motivation. It's a sustained effort that keeps us working toward our goals, regardless of how we feel in the moment. While motivation may get us started, it is self-discipline that keeps us going. This is why self-discipline is more reliable and effective in the long term. When motivation fades, discipline kicks in, ensuring that we stay consistent and continue to make progress. Moreover, self-discipline promotes consistency by helping us develop a strong sense of commitment to our goals. When we commit to something, we are more likely to follow through with the necessary actions to make it happen. Self-discipline reinforces that commitment by ensuring that we stay focused and take consistent, deliberate actions toward our goals, even when challenges arise. The more committed we are to our goals, the more self-disciplined we become, and the more consistently we work toward achieving them. Over time, this consistent effort becomes a habit, and the results of our commitment compound, leading to significant progress and success. Finally, self-discipline helps us stay consistent by encouraging us to track our progress and celebrate milestones. When we can see the results of our consistent efforts, it reinforces the importance of continuing to show up and putting in the work. Tracking our progress helps us stay motivated and on track, and celebrating milestones along the way keeps us energized and focused. Self-discipline encourages us to monitor our progress regularly, adjusting our approach when necessary and recognizing the importance of consistency in achieving our long-term vision. Each small success is a testament to the power of disciplined, consistent action. While motivation is often seen as the driving force behind our actions, it's self-discipline that plays a crucial role in sustaining and even increasing our motivation over time. Motivation can be fleeting. It can feel strong in the early stages of a new project or goal, but it often wanes as challenges arise or as we encounter obstacles. This is where self-discipline steps in, providing the structure, consistency, and perseverance necessary to keep us moving forward, even when motivation is low. In fact, self-discipline doesn't just help us stay on track during moments of low motivation. It can actually increase our motivation over time by creating a sense of achievement, progress, and self-confidence. One of the key ways that self-discipline increases motivation is by fostering a sense of accomplishment. When we follow through on our commitments, even when we don't feel like it, we experience a sense of pride and satisfaction. This feeling of accomplishment is a powerful motivator. It fuels our desire to continue taking action and to keep pushing toward our goals. As we consistently meet our daily or weekly targets, no matter how small, we begin to build momentum. This momentum naturally boosts our motivation because we begin to see the results of our efforts. The more we practice self-discipline and experience these small wins, the more motivated we become to continue pursuing larger goals. Self-discipline also strengthens our belief in our own capabilities. One of the biggest barriers to motivation is self-doubt, the feeling that we're not capable of achieving our goals. However, self-discipline teaches us that we can take control of our actions and make consistent progress, regardless of the circumstances. When we follow through on tasks and meet deadlines, we prove to ourselves that we have the ability to succeed. This increase in self-confidence fuels our motivation, making it easier to stay committed to our goals. As we continue to make progress, we develop a stronger belief in our ability to tackle even bigger challenges, which in turn boosts our motivation. Moreover, self-discipline encourages us to break down large, overwhelming goals into smaller, more manageable steps. When faced with a massive, long-term goal, it's easy to feel discouraged or unmotivated, especially if progress feels slow or the goal seems distant. However, self-discipline allows us to focus on the small tasks that add up over time. These incremental steps provide quick wins, which in turn keep our motivation levels high. By focusing on daily progress and breaking down larger projects into achievable milestones, we can create a steady stream of motivation that keeps us energized and excited about the work ahead. The more we accomplish, the more motivated we become to continue taking action. Another way that self-discipline increases motivation is by helping us manage distractions. In today's world, distractions are constant. Whether it's social media, emails, or the general busyness of life, it's easy to lose focus and become unproductive. When we lack discipline, distractions can steal our time and energy, leaving us feeling drained and unmotivated. However, self-discipline allows us to create a structure that minimizes these distractions. By setting clear boundaries, managing our environment, and sticking to a schedule, we can ensure that we stay focused on our priorities. As a result, we can accomplish more in less time, which boosts our sense of achievement and increases our motivation to keep going. Self-discipline also helps us develop the ability to delay gratification, which is a key factor in sustaining motivation. In a world where instant gratification is readily available, whether it's through entertainment, food, or shopping, it can be difficult to stay focused on long-term goals that require sustained effort. However, self-discipline teaches us the importance of delaying short-term pleasures in favor of long-term rewards. By practicing delayed gratification, we train ourselves to stay focused on our larger goals, which keeps us motivated over time. Instead of seeking immediate satisfaction, we learn to appreciate the process and the eventual rewards that come with sustained effort and hard work. Additionally, self-discipline increases motivation by helping us stay aligned with our values and purpose. When we are clear about why we're working toward a particular goal, we are more likely to stay motivated, even when the going gets tough. Self-discipline helps us stay focused on our values and purpose by ensuring that we consistently take actions that align with our long-term vision. When our actions reflect our deeper motivations, we feel a greater sense of connection to our work, which increases our overall motivation. Self-discipline acts as a guiding force, helping us stay true to our purpose and reminding us of the larger impact of our efforts. In addition, the practice of self-discipline enables us to cultivate a positive mindset, which can have a profound impact on motivation. When we are disciplined in our actions, we develop a sense of control over our circumstances. We stop waiting for motivation to strike and instead take proactive steps to move forward. This sense of agency increases our internal motivation. When we believe that we can make things happen through our own efforts, we are more likely to take action. This positive mindset, fueled by self-discipline, creates a feedback loop. The more disciplined we are, the more motivated we become. And the more motivation we have, the more disciplined we become. Self-discipline also encourages us to focus on the process rather than obsessing over the end result. Often our motivation wanes because we become fixated on the final outcome, whether it's reaching a specific milestone, earning a promotion, or achieving a particular level of success. However, self-discipline teaches us to enjoy the journey and to focus on the small steps that lead to progress. When we concentrate on the process rather than the outcome, we can find satisfaction and motivation in the everyday actions we take. This mindset shift helps us stay engaged and energized, regardless of how long it takes to reach our ultimate goal. Finally, self-discipline helps us stay consistent, which is one of the most important factors in maintaining motivation. Motivation is often high at the start of a new endeavor, but it can quickly diminish when we encounter obstacles or lose focus. Self-discipline ensures that we continue to take consistent action, regardless of how motivated we feel at any given moment. By sticking to our routines, habits, and action plans, we build a foundation of steady progress that keeps our motivation levels high. When we see the results of our consistent efforts, it reinforces our belief in the process and fuels our motivation to keep going. In conclusion, while motivation can be an essential factor in achieving success, it is self-discipline that provides the foundation for sustained motivation over the long term. By helping us stay focused, build confidence, manage distractions, and align our actions with our values, self-discipline ensures that we remain motivated even when challenges arise or motivation wanes. The more disciplined we become, the more motivated we feel to continue taking consistent action toward our goals, creating a positive feedback loop that propels us forward. In summary, Self-discipline is not just a tool for achieving success. It is the driving force that fuels every step of the journey. It shapes our ability to set goals, stay consistent, and remain motivated even in the face of challenges. By cultivating self-discipline, we unlock the power to transform our dreams into reality. It enables us to push through difficult moments, maintain focus on our long-term vision, and continue making progress day after day. As we nurture and strengthen our discipline, we pave the way for continuous growth, greater achievements, and a life of purpose and fulfillment. In the end, it is through self-discipline that we can realize our fullest potential and experience the true rewards of success.